Welcome to the USCIS.
Hello, officer.
Are you ready to begin?
Yes,
Let's stand up and raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes, I do.
Okay, put down your hand and please be seated.
Thank you.
Do you understand why you are here today?
Yes, I understand. I am here for the American citizenship interview.
Why do you want to become an American citizen?
I love America, I love freedom, and I want to vote in the next election.
Okay, very good. Please show me your permanent resident card and photo IDs. Great. Now we are going to go over your application to see if there have been any changes.
Okay,
Do you have anything to say or ask before I start?
I don't think so. You may proceed.
Okay then. What is your current legal name?
My legal name is Anthony Fauci.
What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is 28th of March 1989.
What is your country of birth?
My country of birth is Italy.
So, what is your country of nationality?
My country of nationality is Italian.
Okay, where do you live now?
Presently, I live in Chicago.
Who do you live with?
I live with my family.
How do you make your living?
I work full-time in a school.
What kind of job you do there?
I am a history teacher.
That's great. What is your marital status?
I am married.
Okay, and what is the name of your spouse and is she a U.S. citizen?
Her name is Sarah Fauci, and she is not a U.S. citizen.
What is the date of your marriage?
My date of marriage is January 2nd, 2017.
Now, do you have any children?
Yes, I do. I have 2 children, 1 boy and 1 girl.
I see. What are their names?
Peter Fauci and Rose Fauci.
Those are lovely names.
Yes, they are. Thank you.
Now, are your parents U.S. citizens?
No, they are not.
Are your parents alive?
My father is alive, but my mother has passed away.
I am sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Now, I am going to ask some questions related to your appearance. How tall are you?
I am 6 foot 1 inches tall.
What is your weight?
My weight is 160 pounds.
What color are your eyes?
I have blue color eyes.
What color is your hair?
I have darkish brown hair.
Very good. Now, have you taken any trips outside of the US in the past 5 years?
Yes, I went to Italy 3 times in the past 5 years.
Very nice. Whether any of your trips was for 6 months or more.
No, they were not.
How long were they?
They were all for minimum 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, what were your reasons for leaving US?
I went to Italy to see my family and vacation.
Have you ever claimed to be a US citizen?
No, officer.
Have you ever voted in the United States?
No, officer, I haven't.
What is vote?
Vote is to choose a new leader or law.
Good. Have you ever been declared legally incompetent?
No, I haven't.
What does it mean to be legally incompetent?
It means you can't take care of yourself.
Do you have any title of nobility in a foreign country?
No, officer.
What do you mean by title of nobility?
It means having social or political privileges, whose titles are conferred by descent or by royal decree.
Very good. Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever failed to file your taxes since you became a permanent resident?
No, officer, never.
What are taxes?
Taxes are money you need to pay to the government.
Have you ever called yourself a non-US resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a permanent resident?
No, I haven't.
What is a non-US resident?
It's someone who is not a permanent resident.
Very nice, Mr. Fauci, you are doing very good.
Thank you, officer.
Now, I would like to know, do you belong to any groups or organizations?
Yes, officer. I am a member of my school's faculty club.
Okay, what is the purpose of this club?
Actually, this club is for developmental activities in school and to increase knowledge and skills in school curriculum.
Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
No, never.
What is communism?
Communism is a system where all property is public and people work and are given things by the government according to their needs.
Can you give some examples of communist governments?
Yes, governments like in China, Vietnam, North Korea, and Cuba.
Very good. Have you ever been a terrorist?
No, officer, never.
What does a terrorist do?
Terrorists use violence used to control people and governments.
Have you ever sold or given weapons to another person?
No, never.
What do you mean by a weapon?
A thing which a person can use to harm another person.
Were you a member of your country's military or received any military training?
No, officer, never.
What is military?
Military is the armed forces of a country.
Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence?
No, I haven't.
What does it mean to advocate or overthrow a government by force?
It means you try to change the government with violence.
Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, or national origin, membership in any particular social group, or political opinion?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been participated in genocide?
No, I haven't.
What is genocide?
Genocide is to kill a group of people because of their race, ethnicity, religion, or gender.
Have you ever tortured someone?
No, I haven't.
What is torture?
Torture is to hurt a person so that he or she will tell you secrets or information.
Have you ever killed or tried to kill someone?
No, never.
What is to kill?
To kill someone is to cause a person to die.
Have you ever been forced or tried to force someone to have sex?
No, never.
Have you ever stopped someone from practicing his or her religion?
No, never.
What is to practice a religion?
To practice a religion is to worship God.
Very good. You have been consistent in answering your questions.
Glad to hear that, officer.
Have you ever participated or served in a military unit?
No, never.
What is a military unit?
A military unit is the official armed forces group of the national government that protects the country.
Have you ever participated in a paramilitary unit?
No, never.
What is a paramilitary unit?
A paramilitary unit is a group of people who act like the military, but are not a part of the official military.
Have you ever participated or served in a self-defense unit?
No, never.
What is a self-defense unit?
A self-defense unit is a group of people organized to protect their community against crime and violence.
Have you ever participated in a vigilante unit?
No, I haven't.
What is a vigilante unit?
A vigilante unit is a group that acts like the police but aren't.
Have you ever participated in a rebel group?
No, I haven't.
What is a rebel group?
A rebel group opposes or fights against the government.
Have you ever participated in a guerrilla group?
No, never.
What is a guerrilla group?
A guerrilla group attacks the military, police, or other people.
Have you ever participated or served in a militia?
No, officer, never.
What is a militia?
A militia is an army of people not part of the official army.
Have you ever been arrested or committed a crime?
No, never.
Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
No, never.
What do you mean by habitual drunkard?
Habitual drunkenness refers to frequent and repeated intoxication by excessive indulgence in liquor.
Have you ever sold or smuggled illegal drugs or narcotics?
No, officer, never.
What is narcotics?
An illegal drug such as heroin or cocaine.
Have you ever been deported?
No, officer, never.
What do you mean by being deported?
To force someone to leave a country, especially someone who has no legal right to be there or who has broken the law.
Very good. Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No, I haven't.
Okay, do you support the Constitution and the form of government of the U.S.?
Yes, officer, I do.
What is the form of government in the United States?
The form of government in the United States is constitutional government.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, I do.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the U.S. government?
Yes, I am willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the U.S. government.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms in the U.S. Army?
Yes, I am willing.
What is to bear arms?
It means I will use a weapon to protect the U.S. if the government requires it.
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the U.S. Army?
Yes, I am willing.
What is non-combatant?
It means I will help the U.S. Army without using a weapon.
Are you willing to help the government during a national emergency?
Yes, I am willing.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes, I am willing.
Do you promise that everything you said is true?
Yes, I promise that everything I said is true.
Congratulations, Mr. Fauci, you have performed very well in the interview, and I am happy to say that you have passed the interview.
Thank you, officer. I am very happy to hear that.
I am looking forward to see you at the Oath of Allegiance ceremony.
Thank you, officer.